people always love about the most dangerous stuff. People always ask about the dangerous stings and bites. The next question is, what is the most dangerous or venomous bite or sting common in the UK? Interesting question, because my answer is probably not one that you were thinking of when you asked the question. If you were to count dangerous, and by dangerous I think the one that probably kills the most people in the UK, the answer is going to be a bee. Now, obviously, if you grew up when I grew up, I'm showing my age now, I watched films like Arachnophobia, I watched Jaws, I watched Birds, all those sorts of films. So obviously spiders are terrifying, and spiders obviously are going to kill everyone, run around, bite lots of people and kill lots of people. Actually, in places like the UK and throughout Europe and Africa, North America, all these sorts of places, lots of people unfortunately develop serious effects towards things like bee stings or wasp stings, and that's because they have an allergic reaction to them. Especially in the UK, the most significant injuries come from bee or wasp stings. So if the question is what's the most dangerous animal, and I love bees and wasps, I think they're absolutely fantastic. They do lots of amazing things, they do lots of pollinating, they're wonderful creatures, but actually technically, according to the numbers, lots of people comparatively will have a lot more allergic reactions to something like a bee or a wasp sting versus being bitten by a very nasty venomous spider, for example. The most venomous or the most interesting, I'd like to call interesting creatures, I think all of these creatures are fascinating animals. We do have a few snake species in the UK, so some people who live on the southern coast of the UK will know about adders. Often they're only around in the summertime, so they obviously have venom. I mentioned a few jellyfish species. So Portuguese man-of-war is the one that most people will know about. That can be in coastal waters. So those are some of the venomous species that we see in the UK. But obviously, if you're watching from, as I say, Southeast Asia or Australasia, Indian subcontinent, you'll know about far more venomous species than we will here in Western Europe.